Hello Libra, and welcome to this little corner of the internet that is Wild Fox Alchemy. If we haven't met before, my name is Maria Guyan and I am an intuitive business success coach and a tarot card reader. And I'm here to do your monthly business and finance reading for the month of December 2021. How's it been? How has 2021 been for you, Libra? Because there's been a right old mixed bag, I find. There have been some people that have started new businesses. There have been some people that have pivoted their businesses. There have been some people who sadly have had to end old businesses and start new ones. Which are you? Are you just thinking about starting a business? Have you had to close a business down and you're looking at doing something different? Let me know in the comments because I'm nosy and I'd like to know. This is your finance spread at the top. And I will just mention, before I go any further, normally I get a Work Your Light card for the business reading on the bottom line. But I shuffled and shuffled and shuffled and I did not get one. And I was drawn to go back to the Spirit Animal Oracle deck for that card. So it'd be interesting to see what that one actually is all about. We start with your finances and we've got Turtle Spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. Now every reading that I have done for finances for this month, every single reading has been of the same sort of feeling. And it's all been about foundational stuff. None of the readings have been about, oh, you're going to get prosperity by the end of the month, or there's a huge influx of cash coming in, or, oh my God, you're going to just be impoverished this month. There's been none of that. The guidance this month has all been pretty uniform, in that it's all been about building a solid foundation from which to boost your wealth, abundance and finances. Okay, so I'm not going to be even remotely surprised if there's no huge message here about, a vast amount of cash landing on your doorstep. Okay, this advice is from Turtle Spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. And this is a message that's come through for a few signs this month, that it's not about fast cash at the moment. It's about security. It's about taking control of your finances. It's about not doing anything that is purely about quick, fast, dirty returns. Okay? So not your bitcoins and all your nonsense, but actually doing something that will provide you with income for years and years to come. So it could be that you're looking for something to invest in. Long-term investment is the key here. Slow and steady. Don't go for the high risk, big return investments. Go for the lower risk, maybe, moderate return investments. Maybe invest in property, something that might not give you a return for a long time, but it will still be there and will provide security for you. The same applies to products and services for your business. Don't be looking necessarily at a quick and dirty win there either. Build things that over time will provide you with an income for a long time. The world is changing, or has changed, let's put it that way, with the pandemic, with other issues that have gone on, for example, Brexit in the UK. And things have changed. Prices of things have gone up and will continue to do so by the looks of things. My guides keep telling me to tell everybody pretty much that this is not the time for showing off. Okay? This is such a Yorkshire saying, stop showing off. This is a time for wealth building on a very sort of strategic, careful level. This is not a time for throwing money about on things that mean nothing. Okay? And I've been told to kind of give this message to pretty much everybody this last couple of weeks, especially in regards to Christmas, because we tend to have this habit of giving gifts to people that mean nothing. We buy cosmetics, perfumes, ridiculous things that don't mean anything to the people that receive them. They're a waste of money and they end up in landfill or in the charity shop, which is not a bad thing. But they don't do anything for anybody really. It's just consumerism. And what I keep being told is that the time for consumerism and being materialistic and showing off is over. The time for creating security, creating budgets, creating skills, creating positive impact on the planet is the theme now. Okay? We all need to be careful with our money, is what I keep being told. That, we need to stop being quite so frivolous. And even if you have loads of money, the message is still the same for you. Make sure you have a solid foundation. Don't be living month to month. Okay? And even people who have tons of money can still find themselves, it's a really weird thing. Doesn't matter how much your income expands. Quite often your outgoings expand to match it. I know so many people whose income expands so they stretch themselves, they buy a house. I have a friend, bless him, I've known him since we were 12, and his income expands so he buys another house and he lets it out. But the truth is these houses are all mortgaged up to the eyeballs, and if anything goes horribly wrong with his business, or he loses tenants, or interest rates start to surge, or anything like that, he is in danger of losing it all. He and I have numerous arguments because he consumes for the sake of consuming. And, I love him to pieces, and I say this all with love, but he has a habit of throwing money around on things that don't matter. And he will even admit they don't matter. He will say to me, oh, I bought a new TV the other day because, well, I don't really know why. I didn't need one. I just bought it. And I think there's a difference between being wealthy and making considered, sensible, wise purchases. But he doesn't make considered, sensible, wise purchases. He throws money around on ridiculous things he doesn't need. And then the old stuff ends up in landfill. And I don't know. Like I said, I love him to bits. But he and I will never agree on this sort of stuff. Now, where I do agree with him is where he will create experiences and he will take his wife away for fantastic weekends away in different countries. They will treat themselves to delicious food. That's the sort of thing that memories are made of. And that's the kind of thing I think, yeah, great. But not great if you spend all of your excess cash on that stuff. And then the next month, if something goes wrong, and it did almost go wrong for my friend a couple of months ago, because a very large client of his went into administration. And the chances were that they were not going to continue with his business. And they were a very, very lucrative and large client. And the people that were taking it over were not committed to continuing their contract. It wasn't really known what would happen. And my friend went into a wave of panic then, because he spends all his excess funds on enjoying himself and on buying ridiculous things, and then had no security or safety net if that client pulled out. So I just feel, and I'm sorry if this sounds like such a downer, but this is what I'm being told to tell you right now, okay? And I'm being told to tell it to you because this is a time of consumer excess. And I know we all want the economy to keep flowing, but just be mindful of what you are purchasing. If you want to keep the economy flowing, purchase from small business owners, not the huge corporations. Okay, now I sound preachy, I know, but that's the way of it. Support small business owners. Buy things that you know that people really will appreciate, not token gifts that nobody really gives a flying crap about. Alright? I'm going to shut up now, get off my soapbox. Where you need to focus your energy. Whoa. Okay. The Magician. Willpower and creation. I love this card. This card is always a reminder that you can manifest whatever it is that you want. You can create, you can manifest, you can inspire, you can take inspired action, and it will bring you everything that you desire and deserve. Okay? Fabulous card. So despite my my lecture there at the beginning, this is a fabulous start. This is a fabulous start. Your strengths, the Ten of Crystals. Stability and attainment. Wonderful card again for your finances. This is the card of success. It is a card about accumulation and wealth, family, but it's also about preparing for retirement, the long term, okay? I do feel like there is a very long-term feel about this reading. You are in a position of being able to create what you want, including wealth. Don't go for the quick wins, go for the long-term wins, but I do feel like there's a lot of stability here. It's a fabulous reading. Possible blockages, warnings, obstacles. We've got the High Priestess. She's all about intuition and the divine feminine, sacred knowledge. When she pops up in this position of being in the obstacle position or the warning position, she tends to be a reminder to you to listen to your intuition. All right? You have sacred knowledge. You have a gut that will tell you whether you are on the right track or not. Listen to it. It's a warning that if you ignore your intuition on a certain issue, it might not turn out the way that you hoped. Okay? So use your knowledge, use your intuition before you make decisions on things. It will never steer you the wrong way. And finally, the outcome is number 9, the Hermit. Contemplation and wisdom. This is about you soul searching. This is about you going away into solitude to contemplate where you want to go next, to learn new things about yourself and the world around you. Well, we have 3 major arcana cards here. And this has happened for most of the readings, actually, that I have done for this month. This is a very sensitive time. This is a time for you to learn life lessons. This is a highly significant time where lots of stuff is going to happen all at once. There's going to be quite huge changes for you. It's a long-term thing. These cards tend to extend past just December and may move into January, February, March. In fact, I'm being told that this energy could last well into April. Okay? This is you really building something solid for your success. It's you focusing your energy on creating wonderful things that are not about just quick wins, but are about long-term gains and security in the long term, not just for the next week or 2 or whatever. This is about you feeling successful and being secure well into retirement. Now that could mean, for some people, a huge accumulation of money. For some people, you might not need as much. You know, what success and wealth mean is unique to you. Okay? But your warning is, just watch out for your intuition. Don't ignore what your gut is telling you. If you're about to purchase something, or if you're about to create something, and your gut says something to you, no matter how bizarre it might seem, go with it. Because it will not take you down the wrong path. I'm going to actually clarify, I think, this Hermit card, because the outcome is this solitude. This having the time and ability to be in contemplation, to learn about yourself and the world around you and all the rest of it. But that's not really giving me any sort of indication about your finances. Oops, that's too many cards. I think I dropped half the deck there, and I don't think that's really very useful, is it? The energy in the cards has been really, really strong today, and I've had them jumping out like nobody's business. So let's see what will jump out for you to clarify this Hermit. Oop, there we go. Oh, we've got the Moon card. Okay. The Moon card is all about shining light on your subconscious, figuring out what is going on under the surface of things. And quite often, again, this is a major arcana card, but quite often this is stuff that is discovered under the light of the moon, in solitude and contemplation. I feel like you're going to be able to take time to reassess I've now got the Seven of Pentacles there. Seven of Pentacles is about putting in hard work for long-term growth. Again, this is about investment, not in short-term things, but in long-term growth. It's about you planning and doing what you need to do to see the results. I'm being told that this isn't necessarily an outcome, it's an instruction. Okay, this is an instruction. And the instruction is that you need to take some time in solitude to really think about what you want, what success means to you, what wealth means to you, how much money do you actually need, what do you need to feel secure and safe, and if you earn no more money, you know, how much would you need? If you needed to pay off a mortgage, if you needed to buy a place, what do you need to feel secure, to pay your bills, to buy your food? What is it that you need? Because I feel like this is definitely an instruction here that you need to go into solitude, to shine a light on things, to see things as they really are under the surface, to change your perception if needs be, to uncover any fears you might have got, and then to make these long-term plans that will bring you the results. You'll put in the work, you'll see the results. And obviously the Pentacles are all about material things, things that you can physically touch. This is such an interesting reading. I've been given the High Priestess again, as if that isn't enough. She's emphasising, listen to your gut. You know what you need to do. Follow your instincts. And then I've just had another one. Fly out there. Oh my God. We've got the Magician. I feel almost like everything you touch is going to turn to gold, but you need to plan it out and you need to follow your gut. This is an incredible reading here, Libra. I'm just, wow. I'm just astounded by it. You have the limitless power to create whatever it is you want to create. You need to listen to your instincts. You need not to rush things. You need not to defy your intuition. It's so important. You will create whatever it is that you want to create. Whatever security, abundance, success means to you, you can create it. Okay, I can't say any more. What a fantastic money reading. Let's get into your business. Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait. There is very Hanged Man energy around this card, this Seahorse Spirit. It's very much about taking a step back and seeing things from a very different perspective than perhaps you've used before. I get the feeling that maybe you've been rushing, that you've been desperate to achieve something, and therefore you've tried rushing things and moving things along at a quick pace, and this is not the way to go. It's definitely about being slow, being steady, observing, seeing what is going on around you in the world at large, in your locality, in your own family even. Look closely at what is going on. Observe. Do not get involved in any dramas. That's something else that this card indicates. Do not get involved in any dramas. See how they play out before getting involved. Okay? Because sometimes we can tend to get involved in things that, you know, perhaps it would be better not to get involved in because we don't always know the full story. And I feel like this is very much in line with the Moon card here. That there is something going on under the surface, okay, that has not yet been revealed to you. And by watching and waiting before taking any sort of action, it will serve you better than leaping in. I feel very much like there's a lot of solitude, a lot of patience, a lot of just hanging about, observing, and not rushing forward. More haste, less speed, I got told earlier, and I'm getting told it again, that you have the power to do whatever it is you want. You can create whatever it is you want. But by rushing and not listening, not taking the time to listen to your intuition, you will miss something vital. Okay. Where you need to focus your energy, we've got the King of Feathers, logic and justice. This guy is an authority figure. He makes strong, firm decisions. He works from a place of the logical, rational mind. He loves facts. He loves the truth. He loves boundaries and rules. Now, the court cards can be representative of a personality, of a person that you need to come into your life, or that is coming into your life to help you with these things, or it could represent you, and I feel it represents you. You need to focus your energy now on making the correct decisions, upon being fair, upon setting boundaries where needs be, and laying the law down where you need to lay the law down, okay? You could have got staff members that are taking the mick a little bit, or family members even that are just taking advantage. It's time for you to lay the law down and say, no, I'm not having it. Now, that's not to say you can't be flexible. This King of Feathers is a flexible guy. He's very balanced, he's open to suggestions, but he doesn't have to take action on them. He can bend the rules, he can extend the boundaries if possible, but if that doesn't suit him, he won't do it. And you don't have to do it, okay? This is, for me, very much, I think about communication, honestly, that you need to make some decisions and communicate them, but in a very fair, sort of balanced way. I feel like you need to communicate like a leader, like an authority figure, and not somebody who's a follower. I feel like there's an opportunity in your business that if you stay and stand back and watch and wait for long enough, there is going to be an opportunity for you to step up, and it will change things for you. Your strength's the King of Shells, harmony and integrity. King energy here. The Kings are authoritative, they are decisive, they are leaders, they can represent organisations or professions, they tend to be quite mature, they can be a little bit domineering. But this King of Shells is all about your emotions. He's very controlled about his emotions. He doesn't fly off the handle. And again, I'm feeling like this is tied in with this watch and wait. There is a situation around your business here, Libra, where jumping in is not going to solve the problem. We've got two seahorses, interestingly, there. I feel like there's a need for flexibility. There's a need for you to bring harmony. Your strength is in your harmony and the integrity that you have, and your ability to follow the boundaries that you've set. So you act in integrity the whole time. You don't bend the rules. If it doesn't match your values, if it doesn't match your ethics, you're not going to do something that is not in line with what you truly value. You are fair. You are just, balanced and truthful. You do set rules and you stick with them. Don't give in. But I feel like there's a situation here where you're being asked to take a step back before you jump in. But when you do jump in, that'll be when it'll be important to set your boundaries and rules, and to make sure that you act in complete harmony and integrity, that you set aside your emotions. It could be that some of this stuff is a bit hurtful or a bit personal, but you're being told, don't worry about that, control your emotions, don't put your emotions into it. Just see it from a perspective of logic, and it should resolve itself. Oh my god, I've got the Strength card now. This is in your warnings, obstacles and blockages position. I feel like you are going to need some real endurance and willpower here. Some patience, actually. Whatever is going on with your business is going to stretch you to your limit, I think. You are going to be desperate to fix, solve, jump in, deal with whatever is happening. And this card is a warning to you to say, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Remember to be patient. Remember to have the strength to just hold back, to endure it a little bit longer. It can be about having subtle control, this card, about not really being this authority leader that the Kings are here, but of just taking a step back and being a gentle sort of leader, leading people without them even realising you're leading them. And the outcome is the Three of Feathers, release and recovery. This is a nice card. I like this one. This is about letting go of negative energy. It's about hurt feelings, it can be about sorrow, about loss, about recovering from things, but the key to this card is that whatever is going on is temporary, okay? The phrase that goes along with this card for me is always, this too shall pass. Whatever is painful, whatever is hurting you, whatever sorrow you feel, it is a temporary situation. Now, I'm being told it could be that you lose a member of staff or somebody that is very helpful to you. It could be a supplier even that you've been using, and they're going to disappear, and you're going to feel really, really badly about it, and you're going to wonder if there's something you could have done. There isn't anything you could have done to prevent it, and you have to just get over it and move on. Let go of any sort of negative energy around this and move forward into recovery. I'm being told to just remind you of what the money and finances spread says. This is so positive, so life-changing, so incredible, that whatever this hump is that you're suffering, this obstacle, this issue that is going on in your business, that you feel called to step in and deal with, it's not of any real consequence long term. It's not going to stop you succeeding. It's not going to stop you creating this abundant business that you desire and deserve. You just need patience. There's a lot of, I just feel like it's very slow. You're just going to have to rein yourself in. I'm going to clarify this Three of Feathers. I just want to say that I just feel this need to say to you that don't rush in. Fools rush in where others fear to tread. That you must just step back. That bite your tongue. Bite your tongue. Don't cause a ruckus, because it won't solve anything. I've got the King of Pentacles there. Another king. More king energy here. This is a king who stands for ambition, security, control. He is the king of business. I'm drawn to tell you that he also stands for courage, in the same way as the Strength card comes from courage. Sometimes, this is going to sound odd, but it can take more courage to hold back than it can to jump in. Patience can often take more courage because you feel like you're not taking action. You wonder if you should be doing something, and not necessarily is the answer. It can be, you can have to be brave to wait, to sit back and see what happens, but sitting back and seeing what happens is the key here. No rushing, no spontaneity, no doing something on the spur of the moment, because it's not going to work out for you if you do. The Four of Cups. This card is about emotional stability. Again, I feel like this is the outcome. This is you not getting into something that is going to make you feel bad. This card is about grounding yourself before making any choices, making sure your thoughts aren't going crazy, making sure that you aren't impulsive. Again, ground yourself before you make any choices. Watch and wait and be patient. Your time will come to have your say, and you will do it in a measured, very controlled sort of way, instead of in an impulsive, let's all shout and scream and have a rant, and everybody loses respect for everybody else, and people say things in haste and repent at leisure. I've then got the Three of Cups. Now this card is about celebrating good times with friends and social groups. I feel like whatever conflict there may be in this reading, whatever upset, whatever issue there is that means that you've got to deal with it in this way, will be resolved and everybody will be happy. Everybody will be happy. There's just, I don't know, there's just this tendency, I think, that, you know, we are impulsive, we do rush in, we don't always know the right thing to do, and we act from a place of emotion instead of just logic. And I feel like, you know, this is definitely a time when we need to be thinking about logic. I was drawn to pick a final card, and we've got more Major Arcana. This is going to be a very pivotal month for you. Libra, there's big changes ahead. The Judgment card here is all about you awakening. It's about renewal, enlightenment, evaluating things, assessing where you're at, asking really deep questions and trying to kind of weigh things up, see the truth in things, to understand, sometimes the truth is hard. And there are harsh things that we learn that maybe we would rather not. But this is you uncovering stuff, digging deep. And again, I'm drawn to remind you that we have the Hermit here. This going into solitude to understand, this seeing things that are going on under the surface, but remembering that by doing this and listening to our intuition, we will get the long-term results. We will manifest whatever it is that we want. This is just about you investigating everything, every aspect of your business. Like I said, it could be that you need to let go of some staff. Maybe they're not doing the job that you want them to do. But I don't know. There's a staff member somewhere here for somebody. And it could be that you've been told that they're doing something or they've been accused of something. Don't jump in and send them to the cleaners, because it could be that what you've been told isn't really the truth. It might not be all it seems. But I feel like the other thing that could come out of this is a whole new purpose for you. It could be that after looking at everything closely, the money side of things, your business in general, who you hire, who your suppliers are, that you come out of this with a whole new perspective and a whole new purpose for your business. So, what a very complex and strange reading. It feels quite deep and meaningful to me. But I do feel, without a doubt, that there is some huge change coming for you, Libra. I'm excited to know actually what happens this month for you and into January, February, March and April. Because this appears to be extremely life-changing. If you enjoyed this reading, please do like, share and subscribe. I love it when people interact with my channel. If you have any questions or comments, please do make them. I read all of them. I have to hold my comments because I get a lot of spam and weird website links to places that nobody needs to go look at. And so I will read them and then publish them and respond. I respond to every comment. So have a fabulous December, Libra. I hope everything in that money reading comes to fruition for you, because it's just amazing. And I will see you again soon. With love and magic always, this is Maria Guines signing out. Have a fantastic December.